Hi, I'm Kamali, taking you through some of the things people are talking about and some of the stuff they're sharing around the world on NewsFeed today. The Emmys happened again. We'll tell you who won and who didn't.
I choose to go to the moon.
Fly Me to the Moon and Back Again, available to 8 lucky souls thanks to 2 entrepreneurs. Viral video out of Ireland, an 83-year-old chases off gun and hammer carrying goons in a bookmaker's. And Animals Doing Stuff is a bird that can dance better than you. Now, top of our news feed, the Emmys, the biggest night of the year for people who like to watch TV shows. And it was a shootout between the likes of HBO and FX and the streaming sites like Netflix and Hulu. Now, the traditional producers did as well as ever, thanks in large part to the houses of Westeros. And the ceremony even had a marriage proposal in a surprise season finale. Here's Natasha.
Winter came early on TV's biggest night. Game of Thrones made a comeback after its notable absence at last year's awards. But Netflix made its mark too, shaking things up with its flood the market tactics against traditional media giants.
1, 2, 3, 4, come on!
Netflix and chill? Not last night. The competition between traditional producers and the online streaming sites was fired up. HBO's medieval fantasy series Game of Thrones took home the most prizes, 9 in total.
Game of Thrones!
It beat out last year's Best Drama winner, The Handmaid's Tale. Amazon's The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, about a 1950s housewife who turns to stand-up comedy, took home the Best Comedy Series prize. It also won 7 other Emmys.
And one of the things I love the most about this show is that it's about a woman who's finding her voice anew, and it's something that's happening all over the country right now. One of the most important ways that we can find and use our voices is to vote.
And echoing that political tone, Blackish star Jennifer Lewis didn't have the typical answer to the proverbial "what are you wearing" question asked at award shows.
I am wearing Nike in support of Colin Kaepernick's protest against police brutality and racial injustice.
My armies will not stand down.
But while the celebrities shook things up on the gold carpet, it was a battle between Netflix and the mainstream broadcasters at the Emmys. Before this year's award show, HBO was the Emmy darling, winning the most prizes of any single network for 16 straight years. But Netflix came into the ceremonies with a leading 112 nominations and ended up tying with HBO with 23 wins. For the streaming giant, getting recognition from these prestigious events is the goal. More people are watching shows and films through streaming sites than through traditional satellite and cable TV.
All right, here we go.
Netflix is trying to change the game and show that it's time to move on from convention this awards season. But the winner for Best Emmy Moment definitely went to
Jan, you are the sunshine in my life. And Mom was right, don't ever let go of your sunshine. You wonder why I don't like to call you my girlfriend? Because I want to call you my wife.
showing that the best TV isn't always scripted.
Will you marry me?
Let's have a look at some of the other things that caught our eye on social media. Now, dago, which is South African slang for cannabis, is trending right now after South Africa legalized the growing and smoking of it for personal use. The decision was made by the country's highest court. Selling it will, of course, remain illegal. The change was brought about by pressure from the Rastafarian community and the Dago Party, which have long campaigned for the drug to be legalized.
An awe-inspiring, global, universal art project is about to begin. Dear Moon.
Hashtag Dear Moon, an ambitious project has been launched today by the Japanese entrepreneur Yusaku Maezawa. Through the company SpaceX and Elon Musk, he will lead a mission of artists, musicians and designers to the moon. This will happen apparently in 2023. The other people on board have yet to be confirmed, so Yusuka made this request.
Through the ages, the moon has filled our imagination. And with utmost love and respect for the moon, our planet's constant partner, I named this project Dear Moon. At the moment, I have not decided which artists I'd like to invite. But if possible, I'd like to reach out to top artists that represent our planet from various fields. By the way, if you should hear from me, please say yes and accept my invitation. Please don't say no.
Now, this video of an 83-year-old helping stop a robbery in Ireland has gone viral. It happened in the city of Cork when 3 people, 2 carrying hammers and 1 carrying what looked like a gun, tried to steal from a bookmaker's. The hero is called Dennis O'Connor, and apparently he was shouting, "You're all cowards," while running the men out of the shop. Now, Kanye West has teased fans by posting what looks like the cover to a new album. And judging by what he's put in his social in the past 24 hours or so, he's also got a new name, Yandy. Now, people online have been saying this is like when he took the sus from Jesus and called himself Yeezus. Has he taken the D from Gandhi? Let's hope this doesn't go any further. Now, Twitter's got a new setting. You can now choose to see tweets on your timeline in chronological order rather than through Twitter's algorithm, which ups popular content. It returns Twitter to how it used to be before the changes were made that were designed to try and make it compete with Facebook. A French academic who was arrested while protesting in the occupied West Bank will be deported. Frank Romano was there to try and stop the demolition of a Palestinian village, which would clear space for more Israeli settlements.
Je reste là, je vais faire appel si on veut m'expulser, parce que je crois que je ne suis pas contre Israël, je crée des ponts entre Israël et les Palestiniens. Il n'y a pas de raison de m'expulser, je n'ai pas fait un acte de violence.
Now, Presidents Erdogan and Putin say they will create a demilitarized zone in Idlib in Syria. That's one of the last areas not under Syrian regime control. Now, the zone will be patrolled by both Turkish and Russian troops, but people in Idlib are preparing themselves for the worst.
نحن باركين وهالمغارة من القصف ومن الطيران صرنا 10 أيام هم باركين وما نعم نسترجع نروح المدرسة.
احنا كنا باركين بالبيت 11 نفس، اجتنا الطياره من الجهه الشرقيه، فتنا على المغاره العيله كامله 11 نفس، زتت البرميل فوق العماره وانهدت العماره على الكامل، واحنا كنا بالمغاره الحمد لله.
Okay, around the world now for some other stories you need to know this Tuesday. A British cave diver called Vernon Unsworth is suing the billionaire Elon Musk. Now, Unsworth worked to save a Thai football team trapped in a cave system a few months back. Musk wanted to help, but when his offer was declared not necessary, he went on Twitter and called Unsworth a pedo. Unsworth is suing for $75,000 in damages. Musk hasn't tweeted anything about being sued since the news broke. This is video of the South Korean President Moon Jae-in being put in the right place for a photo op by Kim Jong-un. Mr. Moon is in North Korea for a summit and brought with him a delegation that includes the singer Lee, who's described as South Korea's Beyonce, and the heir to the Samsung fortune, who was convicted of corruption alongside South Korea's former president last year.
Like these women, I'm passionate about food and cooking as a way of strengthening communities.
And that's Meghan Markle, the Duchess of Sussex. She's releasing a charity cookbook with women who were affected by the Grenfell Tower fire in London last year. The French-born actor Gérard Depardieu is reported to be trying to get Turkish citizenship. Now, he took Russian citizenship in 2013 because he didn't want to pay French taxes that would have made the wealthiest in society, like successful actors, pay their fair share. French police recently opened an investigation into rape and sexual assault allegations that have been made against him. Archaeologists say they have found the world's oldest drawing. The 73,000-year-old sketch was found in South Africa in the Blombos cave outside of Cape Town. It's described as a crosshatch pattern, so some people have called it the world's first hashtag. I'm not one of those people. The discovery is significant for actual reasons, though. It shows that Homo sapiens were creating symbols 30,000 years before previously thought. A train powered by hydrogen will go into service in Germany today. It'll run on a stretch of track normally used by heavily polluting diesel locomotives. Hydrogen trains produce fuel by mixing oxygen and hydrogen, and they emit steam and water, making them super friendly to the environment. Now, if you're ever lucky enough to have been to Thailand, you'll know the street food there is amazing, but those stands that line the sidewalks of major cities are slowly being moved away. Here's Kim.
50-year-old Dekatoran Pukong knows mangoes. He's been selling them every day for years. It used to be enough to get by. That was until the Thai government forced him to leave the busy streets he used to roam and instead sell his wares on these quieter roads with less foot traffic.
อยู่ด้านนอกครับอยู่ด้านนอกพอเขาเคลียร์พื้นที่ขอพื้นที่ด้านนอกเราก็ขยับเข้ามาข้างในเราพออยู่ได้ไปวันๆมันไม่ได้เยอะหรอกคนไม่มีกำลังซื้อแล้ว
When the military junta took power in 2014, it moved to clean up the buzzing streets Thailand is famous for. In the past 2 years, 20,000 street vendors have been moved. The aim, to improve hygiene standards and turn the chaos to calm.
แล้วผลกระทบมันมีมากเลยล่ะคือรายได้เราก็มันไม่มีเท่าเก่าแล้วล่ะแต่ค่าของมันก็เพิ่มขึ้นเราก็ต้องทำใจละหาไปเรื่อยๆหากินไปวันๆ
While tourists may miss out on a Thailand of old, locals are torn over the issue.
Well, it's 50-50 for me. If I agree, yes, I agree that you need good management. But then, no, I don't agree because I would like to keep Bangkok as it is, you know, available, exotic, and good for the public.
อย่างน้อยๆก็มันถ้ามันจัดระเบียบแล้วมันเป็นเวลามันก็คือจะดีกว่าอย่างเงี้ยค่ะแล้วก็ถามว่าในช่วงเวลาเร่งด่วนเนี่ยมันโอเคไหมสำหรับการที่จะจัดระเบียบนี่ก็ดีนะคะเพราะว่าบางทีแบบบางคนเขารีบเดินขึ้นออฟฟิศอะไรอย่างเงี้ยค่ะก็จะดีกว่าอะไรอย่างเงี้ยค่ะ
It's hoped moving street vendors will sterilize big cities. Food stalls and the waste they create often attract rats and cockroaches, so getting rid of them would clean up the streets. But street vendors forced to these quieter roads on the outskirts are suffering.
And in today's Animals Doing Stuff, we have a male superb lyrebird. Now, they are now my new favourite bird because not only are they excellent mimics, they also have some fresh moves. Now, this one was filmed by the Cardinia Shire Council in Australia, and people are loving the video. But then our Ezra put this hilarious music to it, and oh, it is so much more. Enjoy. And that is your lot from the NewsFeed team. Reach out to us with your questions, comments, complaints, and suggestions. I'm at Kamali Melbourne. You'll find us 24/7 on Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook. Follow, subscribe, and add. See you again tomorrow.